Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to the buzz out there in the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to the elect. I'm going to start off with I'm going to start off with the book of Lamentations chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 1 on down to 3. And it reads, "How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down the heaven unto the earth, the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger. The Lord hath swallowed up all the habitations of Jacob, and hath not pitied. He hath thrown down in his wrath, and the strongholds of the daughter of Judah he hath brought them down to the ground. He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. He hath cut off his fierce anger, all the horn of Israel. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy, and he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devoureth round about." Okay? This is going into how the Lord took us down, okay? We went from this very beautiful, prestige, high power people, Yasharallah, to black and Spanish and Native American people, to a rich, high state class of living, to a poor state of living, okay? And the Lord showed no pity in doing it. He showed no pity, no mercy, punishing us, man. Why? Because our people back then, and our people continue to do it now, worshiping other idols, man. Worshiping other gods. Are all into these religions, man. Christianity, Catholic, Islam, 5%er, Jehovah's Witness. Okay? And what did the Lord speak about worshiping other gods? That if you worship other gods, I'm going to punish you, man. Salaki, you shall have no other gods before me. Okay? Because he's the only power. Okay? The main reason why we in these conditions is because our people, our forefathers worshipped other idols, man. So what did the Most High speak about in Deuteronomy? That if we should follow his laws, statutes, and commandments and keep them, that he'll bless us. Obviously, our people didn't do that, which is, and you can see that as clear as day today. Our people are in a very bad way of life. They're in a bad condition, man. And the only way you're going to make it out of this condition is if you want to make it out, if you want to make it in this society, you got to sell your soul to the so-called white man, man. But at the end of the day, them curses are still going to be lashed onto you, man. If you're an Israelite, them curses are going to be onto you, man. And you could take a good look at Tyrese, man. The man is paying $13,000 in child support, man. And he's rich, man. Right? If you're rich, you wouldn't have to worry about a damn thing, man. Life is all good. You got all the women, all the money, everything, man. Obviously, he's not living life. Okay? And what did our people do back then, man? Obviously, like I said, we're not blessed now. Our people didn't go to the right side. They turned to the left side, man. So what did the Lord speak? What did the Lord say he was going to do to us if we did not follow his law, statutes, commandments that's written in the book of Deuteronomy? I'm going to bring it out. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and I'm going to start at 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay. Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. The city that is talking about, it's America, primarily. But no matter what city Jake is at, you're going to be cursed, man. Okay? And cursed shall thou be in the field. The field is the world. Okay? So no matter where you black people, or you Spanish people, or you Native American people, you Israelites are in this planet, no matter where you are, the curses are going to be right there over you, man. Okay? They're going to be latched onto you, man. And they're not going to go away. Okay? You ain't going to go like this and say, get away from me. They're going to be on you, man. Because it's a spiritual thing. Okay? Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. The basket, that's going into your bank account, man. Okay? And that's and that's very common in black people and Spanish people and Native American people. We're always broke. Okay? We're always poor, man. And it's hard for us to get to day by day. Cursed shall be the fruit of the body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Okay? That's going into us not knowing who we are, man. Okay? Our people don't know who they are, man. And that's also going into us living in the worst parts, man. In Skid Row, man, the hood, man. Our people, you don't see all of our people living in mansions, man. And if you live in a mansion, that's because you sold your soul, man, to so-called white man for riches and fame, man. To be a singer, an athlete, okay? Because they sold their soul, all right? That's something that G-Man don't understand, man. He talks about that we not cursed, man. Take a good look at yourself, G-Man. You want to tell the apostles that we not cursed? Take a good look at yourself, man. Take a good look in the mirror, man. See how you look, man. Before you step out, see how you look, man. Take a good look at where you living, man. Open the door and take a good look outside, man. And you tell me if it's something beautiful or something that is or if it's something that is bad. Every time you come down to the camp, man, Irvington, New Jersey, you don't look like you living good, man. You look like you poor, man. You wearing old ass jeans, wrinkled shirt. You drive a bike all the time, and that's a curse right there because you don't have enough money to buy your own car, man. You gotta ride a bicycle, man. But you're not cursed. But the black people, Spanish people, and Native American people are not cursed. They're not the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. These are the people, the so-called black people that came on cargo slave ships to a land that they didn't know, and that they're never going to see Israel again. They're going to come here on shackles, man. What people do you know came on cargo slave ships, man? Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. You were born with curses, and you're gonna die with curses. You were born poor, and you're gonna die poor, man. You're gonna be born, live through hell, and you're gonna die living through hell, man. Which hell is a condition, it's not a place where you burn forever. Because your spirit is fire. How is your spirit that's fire gonna burn in fire? And the Lord is a merciful power. So how's you burning in hell forever? That's not mercy. Stop watching Disney movies, man. I would suggest. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto, for do until thou be destroyed, and until they perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings where thou hast forsaken me. Now that's going into if you're trying to set up a business or trying to come up with a plan it's gonna come to fail, man. It's not gonna prosper. All right. Them curses gonna destroy it, man, right away, man. You're not gonna prosper. Now you name one black person. You name how many black people or Spanish people or Native American people do you know that own something in this world, man? Name one black person, man. Just name one person. Name one black person that owns a business that's known worldwide, man. You ain't gonna find none, man. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. All right? And that's going into, our people, plagued with diseases, man. Cancer, AIDS, STDs, diabetes, high blood pressure, Alzheimer's. The list goes on, man. That's a curse, man. You telling me that that's a way of life, man? The Lord shall make the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with inflammation and with an extreme burning and with the sword. The sword is a modern day gun. And with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Okay? Ain't none of that sound like it's a good thing, man. And I'm gonna continue reading, man. And it's not gonna sound good, man. Because I'm reading the curses, man. And the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Okay, that's talking about the shackles, man. The same shackles that you Negroes came here on, man. Around your neck and on your feet, man. Name one people that happened to, man, throughout history, man. That didn't happen to the so-called Jew, man. Where's that part in their where's that in their history, man? You were taught in school that Negroes came here on cargo slave ships, man. They're showed in all types of movies, man. Roots, Mandingo, all these slavery movies that they have, man. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth, man. Of the earth. Okay? Let's talk about when our people go in battle, we would lose, man. The Most High wasn't with us, man. We wouldn't know where to go to, man. And thy carcasses shall be meat unto all fowls of the air and unto the beast of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. Okay? That's going into how back then, and even during slavery, even before slavery, how they would hang our people, or our people would just be there, on the floor, whether they're hanging on the tree, man, and just left to rot, man. They didn't give them a proper burial, man. They just left them there to rot until the maggots and flies ate them up, man. Birds start pecking on them, man. That's a curse. And the smell, man. The Lord will smite thee with the bosh of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and baldness and astonishment of heart. Okay? Our people walking around here talking to themselves, man. Acting crazy, screaming in the middle of the street. And then spiritually, they're blind because they don't know who they are. Okay? And you have the apostles out there on down telling our people who they are. Okay? How many Christians do you see out there doing that? You don't see none of them, man. Because they're all in these churches, man. Singing and dancing, looking like fools, man. Like that one scene in Don't Be a Menace, man. You see the grandma and everybody in the church singing, and then they all break dancing, dancing like this. That's what y'all do, man. Now, where is that in the scripture that thou shalt make a song and dance? That's not in the scriptures, man. And thou shalt group at noon days, and thou shalt group at noon days as the blind groupeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Okay? No one's gonna save us, man. Okay? You had some, some black men in the past try to do it and they failed, man. Because it's not of the Heavenly Father, man. It wasn't the Most High's will for that to happen, man. The only one who's gonna come back and save the nation of Israel is Yahweh Shai, man. A so-called black man, not Jesus. Yahweh Shai. Because he's in Hebrew. He's not a Greek. He's in Hebrew from the tribe of Judah, which obviously means he spoke Hebrew. Okay, so his name isn't in a Hebrew name. It's like his name is not in a Greek name. His name is a Hebrew, is in Hebrew, which is Yahweh Shai, not Jesus, which is in Greek. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Okay? Thou shalt betroth a wife, man. You should get with a woman, and what? She's going to commit adultery on you, man. That's a curse, man. And our black people are not doing that, man. Spanish people too, man. Our people are very well known in doing that, man. Why? Because our people committed spiritual fornication against the Most High, so he turned our women against us, man. And I'm going to get into that later. And it also goes into how, you be seeing Jake men, and these construction jobs building houses, but it's not for them. It's for the so-called white men, man. And while they're building these nice houses, they're getting paid like crap, man. They're not living in these houses that they're building, man. They're building it for the so-called white man, man. Or for some other nation, man. It's not for them. And we not even supposed to work, man. The children of Israel is royalty, man. Okay? The Most High is royalty, man. So if he chose a people to be himself, isn't he going to choose that people to be royalty too, man? Royalty isn't supposed to be working, man. But since we went off, we supposed to work, man. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Okay, that's going back into slavery, man. When so-called black men, the black family got separated from each other, man. They all got sent to different plantations, man, and they never saw each other never again, man. And you couldn't do anything about it, man. And who that happened to, G-man? Who did that happen to? Who went on in slavery, man? On cargo slave ships with shackles, man. And whose families got separated? You say the so-called Jews out there are the real Jews. Well, you tell me a history and their history. You show me where in their history they came to the land of America on cargo slave ships, man. And their families got separated, man. Because you're not going to find that in their history. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. always. Okay, we're gonna be robbed, man, of everything. Our crops, man. The other Esau and the other nations took it, man. It spoiled us, man. Esau, what he did, he took everything from us, man. Put us in slavery, and then after we build America, he put us in the hood, man. Like we shit, like we dogs, like we some type of beast, man. And he's the real beast, man. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. Okay, you were so mad you can't do anything about it, man. Why? Because if you try to do something, Esau will kill you, man. When Judah saw that, you know, their families being taken away from them, and they can't do anything about it, man. So-called black people, man. That's who the tribe of Judah is, man. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. Okay, that's where you see our people with canes, crutches, man. They break a bone, they gotta use a cane. Some of them are born with no legs, or one leg, if they're lucky at all. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Okay? And it says, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king. Who's that king? King David, man. He's serving slavery, man. If he didn't die, because reincarnation is real, man. You know, King David might be here right now serving slavery, or he might be in the spiritual world. Who knows? He might have came and left, or he might have came and he's still here. Who knows? But that proves that reincarnation is real, man. That reincarnation isn't real. Okay, your spirit lives on forever. Your body doesn't live forever, okay? Our spirit doesn't die, man, because the spirit comes from the Most High. The Most High never dies, man. The Most High has always been, and he always will be, man. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Okay? We should be a proverb and a byword amongst all the nations. Okay? When these nations look at us, the so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native man, they talk shit about us, man. Look at these poor people, look at these niggas. You were such in a high state, and this is what you become. You become the niggas of the earth, man. We're the poorest amongst all the people, man. Ain't no other nation suffering like the nation of Israel suffering, man. They all prospering, man. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little, and for the locust shall consume it. So no matter what you try to plant, as much as you plant, locust is going to come in and consume everything, man. All the parasites, the worms, the birds, they're going to come and eat them all up, man. Okay? And eat them all up. Either they're going to eat it all up, or you're still going to have a little bit left. But you're not going to have that same amount that you planted, man. If you're lucky, if you left with anything. No. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but neither drink the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Okay? All your grapes that you try to, this is going back, back in the ancient times. Obviously, that right there is going back to ancient times. But, all the grapes that you would, plant, you wouldn't be able to, to reap them, man. Because the worms are going to be right there to eat them all up. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thine olive shall cast his fruit. I wouldn't bear any fruit, man. Okay? Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Alright, going into how, you know, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we all went in slavery, man. And we weren't able to enjoy our kids. Why? Because they were in slavery, man. And our families got separated, man. We got separated, man. Some went to different plantations, or some went probably to the other side of the world, man, and they never saw them again. That's a curse, man. All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. That's Esau, the so-called white man, man. He put himself high, and he put the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans low, man. He put them in the hood, man. Right now, we the base, man. And he's on top, when he's the real base man. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Okay? He shall borrow from you, but you won't be able to borrow from him, man. And he's the head, which means he's on top, and the tail representing, you know, us, man. We at the bottom, man. He's on top and we in the back, man. We're supposed to be on top and he's supposed to be at the bottom. Moreover, all these curses shall come up upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Okay? And I'm going to go into the book of Hosea, going into how, you know, the Most High turned our women against us. Okay? This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 13. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains, and burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. Okay? And who's known for committing adultery, man? So-called black and Spanish and Native American people, man. Okay, since you blacks and Hispanics and natives, you Israelites committed spiritual fornication against the Most High had it where he turned our women against us, man. And our women are committing adultery amongst us, man. You should hate that, man. I will not punish your daughter when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery. For themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that doth not understand shall fall. Okay? Since you want to, you know, since you sacrifice and worship other gods, the Most High is going to turn, you know, and start worshiping these other gods, you know. Cheating on the Most High had it to where he turned our women against us, man. And we going to fall, man. And we can't do anything about it, man, because the Most High cursed us, man. And that's very well known with black people. They love committing adultery. Spanish people love committing adultery, okay? Native Americans love committing adultery, man. Our people are number one in that, man. They love adultery, man. And you see them cry and shit like that, man. It goes back to the curses, man. That's a curse, man. That your wife committing adultery among you. She's sleeping with another man. That's a curse, man. That should make you mad. You can't enjoy nothing in this world, man. Because right now we don't own the earth, man. Esau, the so-called white man, owns the earth. Along with the other nations. But he's on top right now, man. He owns everything, man. Now until Yahweh Shai come back, we can't do a damn thing about it. Because it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual war. Okay? For you to say that blacks and Hispanics are not under curses, take a good look, man, in the hood. You name how many white people you see, or Indian people, or Ishmaelite, or Arabs, alright? Hawaiians. You name how many people you see, man. that's not black or Hispanic, man. And then you take a look and then you take a look how many black people and Spanish people you see, man, in the hood, man. All messed up. But with that, I like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, salutations to the brothers out there in the four corners of the earth, and salutations to the elect. May Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai bless all you brothers from the apostles on down. Keep us safe, and our family safe. Lord willing, the Lord protect us. Until next time, I like to say, Shalom.